it's Caitlin and Tessa. We're going to be talking about the 3 components of the Disney College program today, which are living, learning, and earning. I'm going to start off by talking about the living component. You get an apartment with 1 to 4 bedrooms in it. There's 2 to 3 people in each bedroom, and you're going to get either twin beds or bunk beds in each room. This is really cool because you live with people from all over the country, all over the world. It's a really good way to meet everybody. Your accommodations are finalized in check-in day, so you won't know exactly where you're going to be staying until you check in. The apartments are same gender and same age groups. 18 to 20-year-olds can be in one apartment, and 21 and up can be in another apartment, but 18-year-olds and 21 can't be together.
Yeah, it's separated by wellness and non-wellness apartments.
Yes. So no one under 18 is permitted to live in the house or the apartment. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of good perks to this because you get a fully furnished apartment. You get kitchen appliances, utensils, dishes, electricity, water, and waste disposal, and it all comes with the housing fee that you pay each week. You also get the maintenance of the apartments and the computer labs. That's only in Florida, so
if you're a computer nerd, go to Florida.
Yeah, I think California does offer high-speed internet, though.
Yeah, well, so does...
well, they both do, but
yeah.
The California one doesn't have computer labs, so if you don't have your own computer, then you won't be able to have access. So...
But bring your router.
Yeah, you have to bring your router if you're going to bring a laptop, or your computer. Because if not, you're going to have to plug your computer into the wall, and there's only so many outlets, so if everybody brings their own computer, it's not going to work well.
And even still, it's really slow.
Yeah. The apartments are cable ready, but there's no TV, so make sure you bring your TV. Talk to your roommates and try to figure out who's bringing what. So, yeah, the amenities may differ between apartments. So let me say something real quick. If you live off-site, you can't use Disney transportation in Florida. But it is free if you do live in the apartments. In California, transportation isn't offered, so it's highly recommended that you bring your own car. But I've heard everything's in walking distance in California, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. They also offer bus transportation, public transportation, for $1 a day. You can, when you decide that you want to live off-site, you can request that in Florida. If you're going to the Disney College program in Florida, you can request that after you're extended to the position. But if you want to live off-site in California, you have to make sure that you request that during your phone interview. So another really cool thing about the internship is the housing events that they host, which could include movie nights, welcome events, scavenger hunts, trips to local entertainment venues, talent shows, and there's a formal, and there's more than that. It's just, it's really cool. I've also heard about grocery bingo, which sounds really nice, too. You get free groceries if you win bingo.
Be there every night.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You get a lot of food, dude.
Yeah.
There's fees. Obviously, your housing fee, you're not living there for free. It's going to cost anywhere between $83 to $105 a week, but this is subject to change. It depends on the size of the apartment and which complex you live in. Complexes include Patterson, Vista Way, Chatham, and the Commons. What's nice about this is your housing fee is automatically deducted from each paycheck that you get, so you don't have to worry about paying bills or whatnot. Disney takes care of it for you. Other fees, there's only $300 in fees for Florida, so it's a little bit cheaper. There's $100 of the fees goes to supporting the housing events that I told you about earlier. $200 of the fees go to housing and admission, which is basically the payment for the first few weeks that you live there, since you won't be working, so it's to support you then. These are both non-refundable. In California, since it's a higher cost of living there, it's $140 a week, relatively, for an apartment. The apartments in Florida can range from a studio apartment to
California.
Oh, did I say Florida?
Yeah. Oh.
California can range from a studio to a 1 to 2 bedroom apartment. The program fees for California are $860 in total. $100 goes for the activities and the
housing events.
Events, yeah. I'm like losing my breath as I keep talking. Go to the housing events just like the one in Florida. You also have to pay a security deposit in California, which is $200. This is fully refundable once you pass the inspection at the end of your stay. And there's also a $560 housing and admission fee, and that is for the
first few weeks.
Yes. And this is not refundable.
So, for the policies, you have to comply with the community codes, which basically ensures your safety and comfort when you live there. There's no smoking anywhere, so if you're a smoker, you are going to have to quit. So, and then there's also, you can have visitors, but there's no overnight stays. That is against the rules. For Florida, you get a shuttle to go to the grocery stores, like local merchants and sundries and whatever, and also to work. But it is recommended that you bring a car because it does take like about an extra half hour to get to work with the bus, and they have specific schedules. So if you work at a certain time and you have to go in super early because that's the only time the bus goes, that is a downfall. But they do provide transportation. If you do bring a car, you need valid insurance from a legitimate insurance company. And then this also goes for California. All participants are responsible for getting to check-in on time. There's no transportation provided. They don't, to the program. And they also don't pay for, if you stay at a hotel the night before check-in, they don't pay for that. For California, it is highly recommended to bring a car just because there is no transportation, but like Caitlin said, everything seems to be in walking distance. I know that at our presentation, they didn't recommend bringing a car for California, but I suppose that's up to you, if there's a video on YouTube about a student that already has been to the California program. I don't know about that. We're not going to the California program, so. But yeah, the public transportation is $1 a day for the bus pass. And then for the learning part, they have collegiate offerings, seminar offerings, and self-paced offerings. Collegiate offerings is most likely to get you credit for actual class. Seminar, maybe not so much you get credit for, but I heard they're really fun. The self-paced offerings is more like online classes and such. They also offer free Rosetta Stone classes, which I'm totally going to take advantage of, in case you want to brush up on some of your languages, because I have heard that's really difficult to communicate with people when you're working there if you don't know, if you're not bilingual or anything. It is not required to take classes in Florida, but it also depends on your school requirements. Your school may require it, but for our college, we don't have to take college classes if we don't want to during our stay. Disney doesn't charge a tuition, but you do need to pay for your textbooks and course materials, which ranges from $10 to $30, but that's subject to change, and that's per course. Also, for the California college classes, you are required to take a college class at the California location, and you should check with your academic advisor about which classes would most benefit you and how much those courses cost and whatnot. And then you just, when you get there, they already have a schedule for you planned out as far as your work and your classes, so they never conflict. And then for the earning part, this is a paid internship, and I believe the range is from minimum wage to maybe $11.25, around there. But you will be working possibly indoor or outdoors depending on your role. There is an hourly rate of pay.
You're notified exactly what pay you have when you get extended an offer.
You work 30 hours a week during, the off season, but during the prime season, you will probably work a minimum of 40 hours a week. So just be aware of that when you're going there. You're going there for the Disney name on the resume. You're not going there for the job. The actual job is probably not going to be ideal. But as far as the roles go, there is operation, lodging, food and beverage, retail and sales, recreation, and entertainment. And if you're interested in this, there is character roles that you must audition for. If you want to be Mickey or Minnie or Tinkerbell or Princess, you can do that, but you have to take an audition for that, which requires some dancing and acting experience. But
maybe sometimes like even singing, right?
Yeah. But we'll get more into the roles on a different video.
Yeah.
But
I also wanted to add that for the rate of pay, the minimum wage to $11.25. That's only for Florida, because in California it's going to be a little bit more because the cost of living is a little bit higher there. So
yeah,
you will get paid a little bit more there.
And then also there's another program that is there's a Disney College program, which is the general program, and it has all the roles that I previously mentioned. And then there's a Disney culinary program, which I don't plan on taking this spring, but I do plan on going back and taking that, where the pay will probably be a little bit higher just because you're a chef and there's more responsibility in most of the roles, depending on where you get placed. But we might do a video about strictly the Disney culinary program.
Yeah.
So we'll talk more about that later, and this concludes our video.
Have a magical day!